Yeah, he does move the longer vertebra way too much. And then he puts you effectively on the right side. He sticks you on the right side. However, the way you feel when the rotation is from the thoracic vertebra, it just hit you on the right, this way. The way you feel is hit you this way.
Right at front?
Yeah, it put you, either you feel that, they put you on the right, either you feel that. See? And you feel that, you cannot put you not this way, but not this way. So when you feel that, you start to think that might involve the extrinsic muscles of the foot legs. If I have, so then when I turn there, it clearly put me on the right. Like clearly. So, but it does it the right and far. When you feel that, you start to think maybe the extrinsic muscles of the forelegs are involved. Maybe the one on the right side are a little bit weaker, and the trunk tends to go this way. So when you feel that, you say maybe that's a need for a press. Instead of just the back, because the back can do a part of the job, but the way the trunk is secured between the forelegs has an effect. If the trunk is like that, I explained this morning with the aponeurosis. Other cells adapt to stress. Therefore, if the horse travels this way all the time, the cell will, when they die, the new cell are born, and the new cell adapt to the stress. And if the stress is more this way, they will become longer. And the horse will have an imbalance between right and left side. If that is the case, you have to address that, because if you just address the back, you cannot fix it, because between the shoulder blade, the trunk is there. And you feel a little bit this way. And when you're riding, you feel that. Therefore, you think, well, maybe if that is the case, I have to fix that. So then when I bend him right, I ask him to bend right. He doesn't bend the thoracic vertebra. He pushed the shoulder to the left. And he contracts the upper neck on the right side. So that's another thing. You see what he does there? The weight goes on the left shoulder, and he contracts there. He contracts the upper part of the neck on the right side. And of course, he puts the neck to low. So when he does that, that's another problem we need to fix, because doing that, he cannot function properly. So if I ask him to bend right, then the thoracic vertebra, so I'm going to put him on shoulder first, and so keep the foot absolutely straight, and then bend the thoracic. You see what he does? See the neck, this part of the neck to right, and he puts the jaw to the right. So as he does that, the base of the neck goes the wrong way. You cannot control it, you cannot have the movement going through, because as he does that, the base of the neck is going to go to the left. And that's what you feel. And what causes that, we need possibilities, but the jaw has to be fixed. And when you put the jaw this way, so when you bend right, you push this part of the neck to the right, and you put the jaw to the right. As he does that, the base of the neck will go this way. And then the movement then goes through. The thoracic and cervical vertebra have to be kept in the same line. C7, C6, C7 have to be kept in the same line. Here is what happens. If you put your finger like that, and you push. As long as they are in line, you can control. And now they are like that, and you push. first way. So when we do that, the movement then goes through because the force goes on the outside shoulder. So you have different techniques to fix that. One is the reins 3 and 1. You take 3 reins on your left hand, so you clasp the cure of the double drive and the little bit oblique, like that. Then you clasp your left hand and you separate the hands. So doing that, you are going to clasp the ball the right way, and then you ask him to collect the ball. So straight the back, and he tries to collect crooked. He tries to collect, pushing the shoulder left, and pushing the middle of the neck. He does that with a muscle called splenius to the right. So I voluntarily separate the hands. So you have 3 on the left hand, 1 on the right hand. So my left hand flaps the beat, a little bit oblique. And for him, it will be more efficacious if you change the position of his head. Instead of that, do that. So he will clasp the beat is like that, so in his mouth. And he tries to do that. That's comfortable. It will be easier for him if he does that. Change the head to clasp both sides of his mouth in line with the beat. That's what I want him to do. But of course, he's going to react like horses do. He's going to try to do it his way. And so the position of the beat, don't let him clasp the jaw like that. And once he will understand that, once he will realize he will be sedentary with the jaw, when he will realize he will be more comfortable if he turns his head and clasp the jaw the right way, then it will become possible to make the vertebral column flex more. I think when he's the way he is, let him go the way he is today, then the jaw is up. When he's like that, the base of the neck, C7, C6, are not in line with the thoracic. Yeah, and then he goes to the outside. No. Therefore, if I try to collect, so I let him there, and then I straighten my back, and he follow me, but only to a point. You see, where he's there, it's not enough. He does it more laterally. He does not flex the back as much as I would like. But as long as he's like that, with the ball and the cervical vertebra, that's not going to work. So I have to fix that. So I tell him, don't put the ball too low. And now I play with the reins, and then he clasp the jaw, clasp the cervical vertebra the way you should. Of course, he tries, because you always do that, he tries to keep to do what I ask, keeping his effort. So he shifts the shoulder the outside. So I control that with a tie on the left side, and eventually I may have more result on the shoulder in if I put the haunches out. But I try to do it on shoulder first. See there, very aligned the ball, and then it became capable to follow my back a little bit more. However, in the way he slowed down, he kind of lacked a little bit activity, and he did it with the back, but he don't lift the base of the neck enough. Therefore, I'm going to ask him to do it on a movement which is going to stimulate more lift of the trunk between the forelegs. Okay? So I'm going to keep him down right, but make him go on a circle left, and when he will be on the circle left, and I will have the control of the shoulder, I will put the group a little bit out, a little. So there first, I place the ball. Don't let him put the ball too low, that's why you have to give a few outside. So don't let him put the ball on there. Now there, he starts to follow my back, okay? But only to a point. He go there, but he should go beyond that. He should be able to flex the thoracic spine more than that. And that is where he tried to drop the ball. And the way you feel, you don't have enough lift here. You like to have the base of the neck go higher. Therefore, I'm going to put him on this movement. I'm going to put him on a circle left, then right. And of course, he's going to react the way they always do. He's going to try to do what I asked, keeping his problem. So right now, he wants to push the shoulder left. That's it, because I asked him to blast the ball. So theoretically, he should have the shoulder on the circle and the foot out. But he tried to do it without lifting the base of the neck. He tried to do it the way it used to function. And therefore he does all the errors. And so there is on my left thigh, then is on the right thigh, then is on the left. So I focus first to have the shoulder, the forelegs, on exactly the same circle all the time. And then I focus to have the weather, the base of the neck, so my focus right now is to have the weather vertical, plumb line with the ground. And you see right now it falls on the right, now it's left, now it's right, so you feel that. You feel that, right leg, which is the way they always react. And therefore, by the upper thigh and the body, I ask him to keep the weather exactly vertical to the ground. And when he's going to do it, he was almost ready to do it there. When he's going to do it, he's going to slow down a lot. I think, which is okay. I let him do it as long as he does not stop. Right? Because if he stops, I don't have activity. If I don't have activity, I don't have anything. I ask him to stabilize there. That's where he stops. But when I ask him to lift the base of the neck, this movement does that by creating a bend slightly to the outside, but don't let the shoulder fall inside or outside. The only way you can do that is by keeping the trunk up between the forelegs. And that's what I asked him to do. There it process okay. Now when he starts to stabilize the trunk, not anymore. Now on the top of that, can you put the left arm leg in the footprint of the right forelegs, which I ask now. Okay? So I put the left arm leg in the footprint of the right forelegs. And as he does that, I keep the weather absolutely vertical, plumb line with the ground. And when he's going to figure how to do that, he will have to lift the trunk between the forelegs. So right now he does a lot of small errors. He put the weight on the right shoulder, he locked the jaw to the right, then the left shoulder, then he put pressure on the ball, then the jaw to the right, then he thinks about it. And at one moment, he's going to become he almost did it, and then he chose to stop. So I pushed him, and at one moment I said, the walk is going to become soft, and the base of the neck is going to go up. And almost there. It says there. When he does that, he says, okay, that's what I want. Well, now, at the trot, if he keeps that, he's going to have more suspension. The trot is going to change because as he does that, less weight comes on the forelegs. If less weight comes on the forelegs are going to propel more. You see, and he's going to pick up more suspension. You want to try or you want me to do it? I can try. Now the trick is it's a foreleg, it's not a hind leg. The hind leg is the easy part. The trick is a foreleg, so you have to place the ball to the right, so I do that to the reins 3 and 1, and then control the shoulder, so don't let the shoulder go right or left, so until the ball will go right, and when the ball will go right and the shoulder will be okay, then I will ask him to the out, there, there. And you don't do. Although the errors are normal, it's already a process. They always try first to do it the way they are used to do it. And then they explore. They still too contracted in the work, they are there. Then the work starts to change. And then you lock the pole. So you have to do a lot of small adjustments, the group, the shoulder, until you figure how to do that. All that is done with very soft contact. Yeah, there. And then he's on the right shoulder. Yeah, there. But when he does that, it's okay. Now can you do that on the trot? And he's going to say, what? He said, no, I can't do it. And of course, at the trot, he's short. So apply the pole to the right, control the group, do exactly the same gymnastic. And then the trot is going to become more square. Once he will figure how to leave the trunk between the forelegs, the weight of the forelegs will be less, and then the movement of the forelegs will become more square. As he does it more and more, he will pick there. So then he drops. He has two strides, okay, and then he drops the ball. So again, you see, I don't barely move the back, control the movement from the back, control the shoulder, keep the ball right until he figures that once he lifts the trunk between the forelegs, and then almost there, then he locks the toe. So then he does all the reactions they always do. They always try first to do it, protecting the way they are used to do it. And once he's going to leave the trunk between the forelegs, the trot is going to become there. But then he drops. So I have two strides, okay, and then boom, he drops the ball. But that's normal, that's the way they learn how to do it. You get two strides, three strides, 5 strides, and then they do it all the time. So then almost there. Almost there. When you start to do that, you change the length. Or then as soon as I change the length, boom, he falls. So I go the other way. Take two caliber, you need to try to give the trunk both sides. So going the other way, I take the rein 2 and 2 because it does not have a problem of the jaw in this direction. And I ask the same movement. It's very, very little displacement of the front leg. You don't want the front leg more than the footprint of the foreleg. And then don't let the ball go too low. Very light contact. The ball not too low until he starts to lift the trunk. When he will, the trot will change. It became more square. Almost there. He was thinking about it, but he contracted the neck. He tends to contract the other neck. Therefore, I'm going to do it on a neck position more straight. I'm going to put plus the ball more straight. Then as for the group, control the shoulder. Yeah, there. Then I change the bag, and then it falls. Therefore, I go the other way. I go back on the movement. Then I take the red 3 and 1. I have to pass the ball. And when I will have the ball, there, then I ask him to lift the base of the neck. In fact, he does it. If the shoulder doesn't fall left or doesn't fall right, the middle is up. The trunk goes up and down like that. That's it. And when he does it, I change. And you have to do that over and over and over. Okay. What's going to happen? As soon as he lifts, you try straight. Maybe half pass, maybe shoulder forward. You have to try, see which movement you hold it longer. You see? You always challenge them because the second they figure to do that. First it's new. Therefore they say, no, I cannot do that. But it's more comfortable because as soon as they lift, the foreless can propel upward. So the first thing you feel like there, you don't see too much difference, but you feel square instead of you feel, yeah, you don't have to lift, he stays like that. So when you get that, you will ask him to stay like that. His natural reflex will say no, because it used to do it another way. But in the cerebellum, oligonuclei, the monitor of the body, he feels when that's comfortable. Okay? The weight of the foreleg. So he's in balance between keeping it, losing it. He plays with both. So you challenge him. As soon as he lifts, you tell him, can you do it differently? Because if you do that, his brain is going to think, how can I stay like that? If you just reward, it does not work, because okay, I do it, I go home. It does not work. But if you teach him, can you keep the body like that on a different movement? That would be the best approach. So first you do it right, left, and then between right and left, is there you do your diagonal and half pass, which is the same idea. Different, but good. Circle then outside, half pass. Pretty much the same position, but different. So it is different. So his brain has to think, how can I stay like that? Which is what you want. It's close enough to keep his brain on the subject. So basically, from the circle and outside, you have only two movements who can help you, half pass or shoulder forward, because they both have the same idea. So you try which one you like. You try which one gives you the best result. You might observe that going left, half pass is easier, or going right, or shoulder forward. You try, and you will change all the time. So don't fix yourself on one movement. Be ready. Both are perfectly logical. Both can help. When you feel that the vertigo like that. So you feel both. When he was on the circle, I feel him both ways. He was trying to go right and then left and right. Now the way you correct is that you don't push back. Your body is a corridor, dynamic. As you walk, the movement of his body makes your back do that. You don't do it. You stay there. Therefore, the force created by the horse makes you do that. But you resist, you stay there. Therefore, as you do that, stay there, you're tied on the other side, because you do that, put pressure. But it's not the tie, it's your body. If you just apply the tie, it does not work. Your upper thigh is part of your body. The vertebrae are there, therefore this part of your thigh hugs the vertebra. The more you can keep the corridor of your body narrow, the better it is. Because he will do that, and that, and that, and that, which he did a lot. So, as I was on the circle, I keep my body absolutely vertical on both seconds. I did not bend this way. I just stayed there. Being there, so the dynamic is here, but the horse feels it here. The knee, don't worry. You need the upper thigh, you need the calf. You don't need the knee. So you put the knee whenever it's convenient for you. The upper thigh. So you stay there, and you feel it there, and there, and there. So you don't correct, because if you correct, it will zigzag. You stay, you are the corridor. And you push him gently with the legs until he finds his place between your thighs. It can be that you are the reference, you are the corridor, and you feel it. And if you counteract, then you think about your action. It becomes macro-management. Say you manage too much. and then he starts to respond to that, and then that's where he stays. He doesn't think of that. If on the contrary, you stay very still, then you think, how can I be comfortable with that? That's the way they think. And then you figure that in order to be comfortable within this very narrow corridor, instead of doing that or that, you stay there. When you stay there, that's where you feel it becomes square. At this point, you don't see too much, but you feel the leaf, it becomes square. That's what you want. Once you get that, then you can work with the spine is like that. So you can work the spine. So alpha right, shoulder for right, be the way to do it. But before you become efficient in working the back, you have to have the base of the neck higher. I think that was the missing link. You have to have that because if it's there, like that, that's the way it is like that. If it's there, you can correct the back as much as you want. You will stay there. You will not succeed. But if you live there, it will become easier to correct the back. Okay? That's the way to do it. It's easy to say, huh? Now I have to do it.